Wait, let's go. So, I'm here with Schat from Venison, Virginia. And today, we are making paths for on our kitchen garden.
This morning my husband and I looked through our main garden because we have some raised beds up by the house and we have a big garden, and he showed me how much he was going to plant in potatoes, and I was like, that's like 2/3 to 3/4 of my garden. He's like, I know, we need to plant lots of potatoes. I'm like, well, I need some other garden space then. So y'all, I'm tilling up my front lawn. I just did a test patch and it's gonna work. I'll show you. Things get dangerous, not in like the actually dangerous way, but you know, when you have a tractor with a tiller, you just can't help yourself. So, there's lots of sod here and all that jazz, but I have lots of aged manure. So I'm going to pile the top of this with aged manure and plant things like lettuces and peas, not root crops of any sort. So the rough plan, this is where we park, walk in here, and this side yard here, we don't really use it for anything except for a pathway through the middle. So my plan is to at least till up this side, if not the whole thing, to like kind of goes down into a hill there, because trampoline is there, so kind of like right there, meet that flower bed, that rock right here, and create a pathway down the center, and kind of try to make it a bit artistic too. Plant flowers down the pathway, you know, that sort of thing. So let's get tilling.
Of you. Of your butt. Can you say thank you to Auntie Kate? That's a good view of you doing your job.
Yeah. Mom, have you seen my shoes?
No.
Oh, why not? Everyone no.
Because Freya, you're the only one who knows where you left them.
So what are you doing?
Well, first I used the tractor and I brought a whole bunch of aged manure up here, and now I'm raking it all out.
It's our gold. Right, Mom?
Yep.
It makes our garden grow big and beautiful.
Yep.
That's how we got so many potatoes.
Well, this ground isn't really deep enough for potatoes. This soil needs to be built up. So here's going to be all the things that don't need deep roots.
Like
lettuce and peas.
Lettuce is a good idea because, like, we want a salad, go out and get a thing of lettuce.
Exactly. Peas for snacking on. I'll probably put cucumbers up here.
Or, like, we need lettuce wrap burgers and it's dinner time and we don't have any burger buns, and we can just go get lettuce for burger wraps.
There you go. That's why there's the convenience of the kitchen garden. a bit of twine in here.
Mama,
Yes, Freya?
can I have a puppy?
What do you want, Freya?
Popsicle.
Not until you've done your chores.
So what is our goal for this garden?
To expand our garden space, to have a convenient garden right by the house, where I don't have to trek the baby down to the garden. Some clay in with this manure.
Huh.
Beep, beep. So, what are we making paths with?
Straw.
Okay.
We're making paths. We raked out all that good aged manure, and now we're making pathways so that we can. Max, you want to grab another bale?
Yeah.
So that we can walk without walking on our plants and know where to walk, and then we can also access things easier, and it'll just make things easier, and
Okay.
I think it looks nice. This is not straight.
I can see that. Even if the camera on.
No, I want these to match.
It's not straight.
Nothing wrong with wanting something to be pretty, boys.
Okay, it's been 1 minute.
Stupid straw. Wear different shoes then, Mac, or wear different pants. You have plenty of clothing. If those ones aren't working for you, try something else. Fast forward a couple days now, and I'm going to show you my planted kitchen garden. I started this, I think I started on Monday, and it's Monday now. So a week ago, this was lawn. Let me show you. I've planted lots of flowers. I've got dahlias, borage, just lots of different flowers. There's little flowers all through here. I wanted so many flowers in here. Lettuce. Carrots, herbs, flowers. This is a test plot of a variety called resistifly carrots that are supposedly resistant to carrot rust fly versus my big garden patch down there. I'll have to cover them. This is a few different varieties of peas in here. Green beans, sweet corn, potatoes. And I said I wasn't going to do potatoes here, but guys, we got the whole big garden planted, and then a friend's like, hey, I got those blue potatoes here for you. Oh, right, okay. This is blank, except for some flowers, because it's gonna get tomatoes and peppers. We're not at our last frost date yet. Green beans. So I think this is Gold Rush green beans, as well as one row of zinnias, versus those green beans are Speedy. Flowers, spinach, kale, lettuce, and onions over there. Last night, so my husband was away for a couple days, and when he left, we hadn't planted and I hadn't laid down landscape cloth. I had just been working on prepping the space. And he was like, you know, I was kind of wondering where you were going with this and what it was gonna look like, and I am very impressed. And I'm like, thank you. I'm very impressed too. Mac put this twine border around. It actually keeps Rowan out for now, but it's more just to have a visual barrier so kids don't cut corners when they're walking around here. And I think I'm really excited about this. Yesterday, a sister-in-law showed up, and when she showed up, I just came out into the yard and she sat here while I just started planting some different things. I love how it's just right here. I can see when people come to visit, I can just, you know, weed away in the garden and do things in here. And it's not like I have to go down to the main garden or be like, hey, let's go down to the garden. It's just like, hey, I'm right here in the yard. Let's work in the garden.